Hi everyone, welcome back to Useful Genetics. This is the overview video for Module 8. In Module 8, we'll be learning the scientific technique called genetic analysis, a way of thinking about genetic crosses that lets us draw inferences about how genes work. This is how most of what you've learned so far was discovered. We'll begin with Mendel, the first person to do genetic analysis, and describe how he used analysis of crosses to figure out how inheritance works. We'll then go on to doing genetic analysis ourselves, largely using it to make inferences about how genes cause particular phenotypes. And we'll end with a few lectures on how to deal with data, how to think quantitatively, numerically, statistically, to use the results of experiments to test hypotheses. Now, genetic analysis is an old technique, but it's still extremely valuable. For one thing, it's a wonderful way to build your ability to think like a scientist, to think rigorously and carefully about information. It lets you see how powerful logic and experiment can be. And I think if you enjoy problem solving, if you like puzzles, if you like detective stories, you'll love genetic analysis. Now, I also want to take a minute to describe the third of our Peer Explain assignments for those of you who might not have encountered them already. These are assignments in which we ask you to write an explanation for a person who's hasn't studied genetics, and then your explanation is evaluated by other students. The first step, once you've finished Module 8, will be to write your explanation for the question that we pose. That should be quite short, only 200 words or less. You'll then evaluate 3 training submissions that we've prepared to make sure that everybody has the skills to do a good job of the next step, which is evaluating submissions from other students. You have to evaluate 3, but you're welcome to do more. Finally, you'll reevaluate what you submitted yourself in the light of what you've learned by looking at submissions from other students. The total time commitment shouldn't be more than about 2 hours, but remember that if you don't complete all the steps, you won't get a mark. Now, coming up next is the first of our lectures about genetic analysis beginning with Mendel. I hope to see you there.